All right, finally, the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Emefiele, alongside the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ola Olukoyede, led a joint inspection of a 753-unit housing estate recently recovered and confiscated from former Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele. During the physical site inspection of the confiscated estate, Dangiwa emphasized that the ministry would immediately begin technical assessments on the buildings, including structural integrity tests to ensure safety and quality. Upon completion, the minister said the units will be put up for sale to Nigerians via the renewed Hope portal. EFCC Chairman Ola Olukoyede said the visit would put to rest public skepticism surrounding the estate's existence. Well, Nelson, and this is quite profound. Now, as the EFCC recovery of a 753 duplex estate from the ex-CBN governor is being hailed as a major anti-corruption win. Now, do you have other thoughts?
No, absolutely not, because when the news broke that the EFCC went to court with regards to that property, you know, it was not linked to the name Godwin Emefiele directly. It was linked to a company. And the EFCC, through the courts, was able to secure, you know, the final forfeiture. That was when the name Emefiele started emerging. And for me, in view of the resistance of that the war against corruption faces, not only in Nigeria but all over the world, to be able to, you know, to confiscate 753 duplexes from one individual speaks a lot about the, you know, the diligence, the professionalism that the EFCC deployed have put into play to achieve that. And for that, we must commend them immensely. Okay. And we only hope that they will continue to do more, even though people have continued to throw, you know, brickbats at them, saying, why are they going after small criminals, forgetting that their responsibility under the law does not discriminate whether they should separate one, that one is small and one is big. You know, it is about the fight against corruption. And, you know, they are going frontally against it. So I think it's a good one for the EFCC. And just recently, the Canadian government, you know, commended the EFCC. That is a plus to our image as a people. Right.
Dr. Denis, quickly now, with a massive real estate portfolio allegedly linked to Emefiele, how did these transactions evade scrutiny for so long, if I may ask you? Does this expose deeper flaws in Nigeria's financial oversight system? 753, that's quite alarming.
The implication is that it's better that you nip crime in the bud. Now, if Emefiele is being caught, has been alleged, and a quantum of properties, like almost
but it is rumored that he didn't do it alone. He had other accomplices as well.
The implication is that the forex during his tenure, the forex exchange, and the gap between the official market and the black market, all they need to do is release the money to someone and sell it at the black market. All they need to do is have numerous bureau de change registered. They are the ones to register those companies, and they begin to release money for them, and they will do round tripping. So it's very easy to do those things if the government is not ready to. And a lot of, if Emefiele is being caught, as it were, being alleged, and something like this can, you know, be seized from an individual. That is to say that if the anti-corruption agencies and the willingness on the part of the government, if it is there, everybody will run away from corruption and will embrace a better nation. Now, the result of what we are seeing is just, you know, blocking of loopholes. And the loopholes that is being blocked is the issue of foreign exchange, the black market, and if that is just done on one sector, you can imagine a lot of other sectors that, if loopholes are blocked, because the economy and the people of Nigeria would be the direct beneficiary, really.
Because of time.
Let me just say this: those houses, I want to suggest that they should not be sold. Because if they want to be sold, do you know what they call that? something that is looted can be relooted.
Okay.
So what the government should do, my advice, is that it should be used as government quarters for civil servants. They should share it among ministries instead of recurrent expenditure to be going on in terms of, you know, spending money for hotels, accommodation and all that. Government should have those places as government quarters that can save recurrent spendings on budget, and it reflects on, you know, the budget.
Okay, that's your recommendation.
My recommendation.
Well, let's see how it plays out in the end. Now, Nelson, beyond the headlines, does this high-profile seizure, rather, signal a new era of consequences for corruption? Will it fade as another, you know, spectacle about systemic change?
No, absolutely not. This signposts, you know, sources. And any responsible organization, which I'm sure the FCC must, you know, be working hard to build on this success, so that, you know, those at the end of our affairs here will write their name in gold whenever, you know, history remembers them. So it is important that we must commend the FCC, and we urge them to continue to, you know, put their eyes on the ball to ensure that corruption becomes something that Nigerians will be very scared of, you know, perpetrating. But we must not run away from the fact that corruption is a global phenomenon. It only differs from country to country depending on how you operate your system. For example, one of the good things about the present system we operate now is that the government is putting in place some measures that will make corruption unattractive, you know, to people, because our system is such that it takes care of you only when you are alive, active and kicking. The moment you are retired or rested, you are on your own.
Terrible,
So now we're having, you know, things that, for example, you look at the NEL fund. It means, as a parent, if I don't have the means of sending my son to school because I don't want to steal from the public purse,
NEL fund can do that.
There's a mechanism in place that will take care of my son or my daughter's educational career. Then you talk about the credit card scheme, whereby I can acquire properties, assets on mortgage, like it is done all over the world. You know, I don't believe that corruption should be fought, you know, manually. We should be thinking. We should be thinking of deploying technology, you know, to limit it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mr. Nelson Ekujimi, for your time. Appreciate you on the show. And Dr. Adeniyi, thank you so much. Time is already fast spent. Hopefully, we'll come again to do this. Thank you so much. And that's our show for today. Remember, you can follow the conversation on our social media platforms at TVC News NG or on our website at tvcnews.com.